Good morning, guys. All right, it is absolutely gorgeous outside, and I know I've got the prison right in front of me, but that's not what we're talking, or the jail. It's not what we're talking about today. It is a beautiful day outside, and I love when we get to have guests inside of Results One, especially when it comes to our safety as a community. Now, if you live here in Central Florida, you hear from our emergency managers all the time, but you always hear from them like when things are getting crazy and all that mess. So I wanted to welcome in Seminole County's emergency manager, Alan Harris, into Results One today. And what's going to happen is we're going to have a discussion, talk about some of the things that they are offering, and just have a little bit of insight into the world of Seminole County emergency management. Welcome in, sir.
Hey,
how are you, man?
Good to see you.
I was telling everybody, it's like, look, you hear from this guy, you see him all the time, but
only when a disaster's happening.
only
It's
when
never
something
good.
It's never anything good. And I'm like, let's just talk about a few things and learn a little about what emergency management kind of really is.
Sure.
Because from my perspective, I was a law enforcement officer. I worked hand in hand with some of the instructions that come from you guys. A state cop, I worked hand in hand with you guys a lot. But first, a little bit about you. So I know about you because the reason I am Trooper Steve, Lieutenant Kim Montez with the Highway Patrol, you guys used to work with each other a lot. Let's define emergency management.
Sure.
What is it?
So when I met Kim, I was actually working for the fire service.
Okay.
So I worked for the fire service for a long time. When I was growing up, there was no such thing really as emergency manager. I'm going to date myself. It was civil defense back then.
Okay, so it's named differently.
Yeah, it was these individuals that basically wrote plans for the Cold War.
Okay.
Over the year, September the 11th really changed civil defense to emergency management. There had already been some changes, but that's what really made the big push.
Interesting.
I had already started some work towards emergency management because I was really thrown into it. I was a firefighter. My fire chief called me up in Gainesville, said, "Hey, go to the EOC," and I was like, "I don't even know what that is."
Right,
what is
like,
an EOC?
can you tell me what that means, please?
He said, "Emergency Operations Center." I'm like, "Okay." Go meet this guy named Craig Fugate. Craig Fugate ended up becoming the FEMA director.
Right. I was about to say the name sounds familiar.
Yeah, but he was a Washoe County emergency manager at the time. So I meet this guy. We go into this room, the EOC.
Okay.
And I'm sitting there alone, of course. And the mayor comes in, and the county manager comes in, and the president of the University of Florida. I'm still a student, too. I'm going to school, and I'm working.
So you're almost wondering, am I in trouble?
That's right. So, you know the pictures where you circle the person that doesn't belong?
Yeah, that was you.
That was me.
Okay.
And we opened this EOC for believe it or not, a loose monkey on the University of Florida campus. If anyone had come in contact with the monkey, it could have been fatal because of what was happening with that particular monkey. It had escaped.
Got it.
So my first EOC activation, I don't think anyone can ever say this was a loose monkey on the University of Florida campus. I don't think one, it will ever possibly happen again. Yes.
First and foremost, but that gives you almost a huge understanding of what could happen.
Right.
In the world of emergency management. A loose monkey on a school campus. Lock everybody down, make everyone safe, and find the monkey.
Right.
And you've got to do it.
Right. And we got to do it.
Are you kidding me?
And I loved it because I saw all these people. I loved fire service, going to a call, helping people, putting out fires, saving lives, crashes, and helping people get out of the vehicle and stuff like that when it's all compartmentalized. And you know that very well as a trooper, and pulling the vehicles apart. But this is that next level, like. How do all these organizations coordinate and respond together effectively when they all have different missions and they all have different functions? And that's really emergency management, is looking at every hazard that can happen in the state, in the county or the state or whatever, and for us, the county, and then how do we plan and prepare for those hazards?
It's almost like the brain of the body.
Yeah.
It knows a little bit about the entire portion of what's going on. Kind of thing. It's not just going to do the leg. It's, hey, the arm's got something to do too. And I think my time in an EOC, the only word that came to mind when you were describing what you enjoy is like the logistics side of things, watching those moving pieces come to fruition,
Yes.
and a mission get accomplished.
Yes. Yes.
So, okay, you accomplished the monkey mission on the campus,
Yes.
and you got bit by the bug of emergency management.
Yes.
So we're talking 15 or 20 so years ago.
Way longer, but
Okay,
yes,
so
thank
we're
you.
going to go
Thank
with
you.
20.
I appreciate that. It was
We'll
very
go,
nice.
We'll go with 20-ish years ago.
Yes.
Then how'd you get to be the emergency manager of the county? Because obviously you've got a diverse experience on your belt. What drove you to go, I want to do this? Because it's got to be a want. Because you've been doing it a long time. You have an amazing partnership with the media. Talk to me a little bit about how'd you get to the seat you're in right now?
Yeah,
I'm
so-
not talking about results one.
Sure. So, there was no degree program back then.
Right.
You had to go to state-offered classes, or you had to go to the Emergency Management Institute, which is outside of Washington, D.C. It's kind of like the FEMA Academy or the FBI Academy. And you would take classes there. And I did. And in the meantime, I moved down here to Orlando, started working for the Altamont Springs Fire Department. Met with the Seminole County emergency manager at the time, told him I wanted his job when he was ready to move on. And he laughed, but he started encouraging that as well. And on August the 13th, 2004, I was working for the fire department, and very similar. Fire chief comes down.
You're like, wait a second. I know what's happening this time.
And he said, hey, you've been taking those emergency management classes. I'm like, yeah, I really want to get into it. He's like, how about tonight?
And you're like, wait, what do you
Hurricane
mean?
Charlie's hitting tonight. He's like, yeah, what better way to learn? Go upstairs. And that was my
Wow.
first day on the job, was Hurricane Charlie.
I remember Hurricane
Yes.
Charlie. It was in Kissimmee.
Yeah.
I was living in Kissimmee at the time as a kid, and I remember that as one of the big storms.
It was
as childhood
huge.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you've been the emergency manager now since when did you officially take the job?
So before I started an emergency manager, I was the ops chief for a few years before becoming the emergency manager. So 2006, 2007, I became the emergency manager. And at that time, the emergency management office was just the office. It's grown a little bit. Now I have 911, I have emergency telecommunications, and I have animal control. In 2016, animal control was under a different department.
Okay.
They said, hey, Alan, you love animals.
Why not?
I said, yes, I do. They said, how would you like to do animal services? I'm like, sure, why not? So they gave me animal services.
They're like, what else do you want me to do? Kind of thing. So now you guys, when you guys are all, this is a huge facility. And when you drive here in Seminole County, it's not only are you seeing the county jail, not only is the big building out on the main road the sheriff's office, but there's a lot of other things going on here, and you got the courthouse.
Yes.
So you're gonna give me a little bit of tour of what's going
Sure.
on, because I do not know the roads back here, because I think the sheriff would be calling me going, Steve, what are you doing back here?
Yes.
Kind of thing. You didn't let me know you were driving around.
Yes.
So obviously you took over animal services. I think, one, you have an amazing team out here.
Yes.
You got to have a team of passion when you're dealing with animals.
Yes.
So I love the facility out here, and that's what we're rolling up right here next to the jail. Nothing ironic or
Yes.
two different
We're
facilities.
not jailing the animals.
Yeah, it's two different facilities out
Enrichment
here.
programs.
Right,
and,
right.
We have a huge catio, free-flowing cats in and out.
Okay.
Really cool.
What's the status here right now? Like, are you guys
over capacity?
Really?
Yeah.
That seems to be the common.
It is.
That's
yeah.
sad, man. That's real sad.
So we're doing pretty well on cat adoptions, but our dog adoptions, we are way over capacity.
Okay.
So, we're even boarding on an outside facility right now just so we can maintain that no-kill status.
Right.
But thankfully we have a good partner with a boarding facility in the Seminole County area, in Longwood, and they've been housing some of our dogs for us through a great partnership. That's what it takes to do those types of things. So
Right.
yeah.
Just letting these cars pass us.
Sure.
Because they're probably like, why are they going so slow? Because I've got the emergency manager in the car.
County
That's
employees,
why.
That's okay.
Yeah, they're like, we
They'll
gotta
be
go.
fine with it.
We gotta go slow too, so
Yes.
don't worry about it, kind of thing.
Yes. Safety first.
So do you have now that you guys? This is all just county property, and you guys all basically work off of the county property.
Yeah,
right?
so this is the 5 Point Complex. Here we have, of course, the jail, which we're near right now. We have our Emergency Operations Center, Fire Headquarters, the Sheriff's Office as well. We have the help Wellness Center, which is for individuals that are going through the recovery process.
I got to do a tour there, and
really cool.
Alan, I was blown away.
Yeah.
Almost not even like on the information, but on an emotional level of what's taking place over here. I've never seen it at any other police department anywhere. Yeah. And I get a front row seat at a lot of police departments, but to see what's happening here and like true recovery initiatives blew my mind.
And if you have the opportunity to talk to a few of the folks there, I mean,
it's changed their lives.
They're not people on the street. They're doctors and lawyers and businessmen and people that had successful lives, and unfortunately addiction entered into their lives and ruined it.
That's insane.
And it's getting them back on track. It's really a cool thing. We actually partner with them. We have partnered with them over the years to help with dog enrichment programs and stuff like that. It's cool for them, cool for us. So
that'd be great. Yeah. So outside of what the information you provide, you guys do a lot of proactive kind of classes and things. I didn't know that emergency management was part of the Citizen Academy.
Yes.
So talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so our Citizens Academy is an opportunity for us to demonstrate some of the things that we do. In our 911 division, we'll have some folks out there to explain about 911, what to do when you call 911, but also what to do when you text 911, because that's a new thing. Now you can text to 911 in your native language. It automatically translates into English for the dispatcher. The dispatcher writes it back in English, automatically translates.
Isn't it amazing?
I know.
Because you've been in the business to watch the transition of technology. I just got back from Japan, and I don't speak Japanese, but I was able to take my phone, put it over the words, and right there I'm like, okay, that's that.
Yeah.
And to see that on a safety side, you guys are like saving lives, saving time. Yeah. It's got to be pretty amazing for you to be part of something like that.
Yeah, when the cool thing's about to come out in about a year, maybe a year and a half, video to 911.
So you could just live stream it.
So you'll be able to call 911.
Okay.
We'll push something to your phone. You'll be able to film what's going on. The dispatcher will be able to see what's happening, and we'll from that say, okay, well, we need an additional, we need the extrication, the jaws of life to come.
Based off of what the dispatcher's seeing,
that's correct.
Not necessarily what the victim or the caller is telling them.
Correct.
Because so they don't really know. They're stressed out. So.
Or for law enforcement.
Right, like, hey, I saw a weapon on scene.
Yes.
Or,
hey,
no, it's fine, guys. Right.
Now I'm looking for this person. I know exactly what they're wearing.
I want to get back. I want to be a cop again. It'd be a lot of fun. So,
and then we'll be able to. What's really cool is also we'll be able, because we have MDTs, mobile data terminals, and all the sheriff's office vehicles and police. So we'll be able to push that also to their MDT. So as you're pulling up on the call, you'll be able to see the video of the person, what they're doing.
So similar to like the live 911 system, kind of thing, but live video. That's not even, it's a software program. You're not even paying your civilians, hey, carry this camera around.
Nope. Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
And you just call 911 and we provide you the link.
As all of a sudden you got a notification, just click it. And we have something very similar we use for certain like this stream right here. This is a slight delay, but this is how we're able to dial in because they give me permission. And then we just click together. Kind
very
of thing.
Similar.
Yeah.
Very similar.
Unbelievable. So these citizen academies that you guys have, is you guys are offering these to the community in order to educate them on what's going on.
Right.
So tomorrow you guys have a class taking place.
Right. Tomorrow is 911 emergency management. So we'll talk about generator safety. We'll talk about some of the disaster programs that we have, some of the preparedness activities, because we need help. After a disaster, people have unmet needs. Seniors, persons with special needs, vulnerable populations, persons with disabilities. They may need help clearing debris and stuff like that. So how can you link up maybe with a faith organization, nonprofit organization to help those individuals?
I love it because proactive information for me, I'm as real as it gets probably when it comes to the reporter world. I hate when someone in the community, and they hate words strong, but when someone says, well, they are not telling me this. Well, did you go to their website?
Yes.
Are you following them on social media? And it's like, well, no. Well, how? They're not going to follow you.
Right.
So they're putting the information out there. You just have to actively go look. So when I see you guys are doing this, you guys put it out on social. The website that you guys have up, you guys have a great communications team. You guys have all the information that's there. Even a calendar that lists everything up, showing
Yes.
that you guys, emergency management, is out here tomorrow night on the 1st. I can't believe April's over.
I know, right?
Where did April go? It's
Especially for me,
insane.
that means 1 month of the season.
Oh, the season.
The
And
season
that-
we do not discuss.
our chief has been talking about that too.
Yes.
She's like, almost like the Harry Potter thing, that he who shall not be named
Yes,
kind of
yes.
thing. So, Alan, I appreciate you joining me, but we're going to
course.
head back over
Okay.
to the animal services here, because you've got a friend that you want to introduce
Yeah, let me
me
let them know we're coming.
But tomorrow, if they wanted to come out, if someone wanted to come out tomorrow, can they come out, or should they have
Yes.
already been registered
No,
for the
come on
class?
Out. Come on out. Yes.
Come on out tomorrow.
Tomorrow
and-
evening, just come by the, it's 232 Esslinger Way.
Yep.
Animal Services, and you'll see all the trucks out there.
There's a huge sign,
Huge
obviously,
sign.
right here.
And they put my face on it, which I don't understand, but that's
Oh,
okay.
look at! Hey, they're
I wrote by
complimenting you.
like, wait a minute.
They're like, hey, we got to sell Alan a little bit. The community likes him, so you've got to, outside of the emergency side of it, there has to be an enjoyment about the relationships that you're building.
Yeah.
There's got to be, right?
Yes, the
much
community
bigger.
we have here.
Do I have to push the
If you
button?
push the button, yeah. This,
Hey guys, let me in.
Yes.
We're live streaming.
Yes.
Let's see. Da, da, da. This is the cool. Hi, I have the emergency manager, and we would like to gain access in. Thank you.
Hey, secure. That's
Security's
good.
good. At least, and they got a camera over here.
Yes. They're watching us.
There's got to be like, for me, people are always like, Steve, how in the world would you go from being a trooper to a news anchor? And for me, one part of the deal was I still get to be reserve, and the other one was let me keep educating people about the simple things.
Yeah.
And because that's what I did as a PIO with Kim. There's got to be, you miss firefighting. I guarantee
Of
you
course.
do. That thrill of being right there.
Yes.
But now you get to see it all happen.
Yeah. The
And-
reward for someone that may, be down on their luck, and to see someone. I got a little friend here. Hey,
Have
thanks,
somebody that wants to go for a car ride.
Oh, who are we welcoming in? Oh my goodness.
This is the fun part of the job.
This is the fun part of the job. So who do
sweet.
we have here?
This is a brand new puppy. It's a Kita mix, and will be available. Hey, babe.
Hi.
Oh.
And this will be, he'll be
They'll be
available.
available for adoption tomorrow. Yeah, at the event.
At the event.
So, yeah.
So not only are you guys having of course they're doing this. They're having the event at the animal shelter, so that gets people to come here, and then you get suckered in by
Look at that
this.
face.
Oh my gosh! So you'll have dogs here. It's not just puppies, guys.
Right.
There are other dogs
Yes.
here that need adoptions, but if
And
we
I
can,
hear maybe you're looking for one.
I am looking for a third small dog.
I have some.
Yeah, I bet you do. I was
This
scrolling.
one won't be a big one.
If you go through right here, I was just on the website actually looking at dog adoptions. But this is going to be a decent size. I wouldn't.
This one will be. Yeah, the Akitas are pretty mid to meet.
About a 40, 50 pound
Yeah,
dog,
yeah,
roughly,
yeah.
but going to be a beautiful dog. Look at you right here. So, guys, this is what we're talking
We
about.
have kittens tomorrow too,
And
so for our
kittens.
cat people. So
And the
we
cat-
have to be nice.
I get the messages all the time. Steve, you never mentioned the cat, so I'm just like,
Yes.
relax. So listen, there was a reason we welcomed the emergency manager in. One, there's not a hurricane inbound, and if there is one, you will know because we will be interviewing Alan a lot. But they're hosting an event tomorrow, part of the Citizen Academy that Seminole County puts on. That weekly, different organizations throughout the county meet with the community and educate them. Tomorrow, here at I keep saying Orange, at Seminole Animal Center, at Animal Services, they are having their night, and it's going to be hosted here. It's not all about the animals, but the animals will be here. They're going to be educating you guys about all the updates on some of the equipment, the technology, and then the information that they need you to know. Plus, you're going to have puppies like this
Yes.
here that you can adopt Do you know what the current adoption fees going right now
Five.
are? $5? Look at that, guys. May 1st. $5. You guys almost make me want to like leave $20 with Alan just to pay for the first 5 dogs, all right? Listen, that'd be first 4 dogs. I can't do math this morning. I sit there, I went, ding, ding, ding. No, Stevie did that wrong. Rule for TV, you never do math or eat on TV. That's one of the things I learned. Alan, before I let you go, anything you want to let the Seminole County residents know or prepare for, or anything that you want to get out there?
No, we're just preparing for the hurricane season, but we're preparing for everything. It's unfortunate, but this is the life we have to live right now. So
Well, look at the last storms that just came through, man.
Tornado
Off of Markham?
Yep.
That was insane.
Active shooter event can happen at any
Right.
time. With family reunification centers will have to be open and all that. So all of those things were flooding. Right now we're in a wildfire drought,
Right.
so we're constantly.
So it's more than
trying
just
to
a
plan.
storm. You guys truly are constantly mitigating for any
Every
disaster.
hazard, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
The idea of that is so stressful.
Cybersecurity. I mean,
But
there's so
right.
many.
But
On any given day,
it's
I've
equally
changed 3.
stressful, but at the same time that stuff gets me excited. Like
Yes.
I live for those moments. My coworkers think I'm crazy because when things are going crazy, I'm calm as
Right.
But when things are calm, I'm like,
What's going on?
let's go. Something's about to go wrong.
Right.
Sir, I appreciate
Thank
you
you.
very much.
Thank
Guys,
you.
make sure you're following Seminole County governments on all of their social media platforms. They have a great Instagram, Facebook, X, all the other stuff. And then you can, of course, visit them on their website. They have all the information and a cool little graphic calendar, all color-coded, so you're not confused on what's going on. And then these
Come
puppies...
meet this baby.
Yes, please. These puppies are going to go so fast. They will be out here tomorrow. The times for tomorrow.
6 to 8.
6 o'clock, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. 2 hours, easy. Just come on by and check it out. For now, we'll talk to you guys later.